This is my indoor garden of mostly succulents. I do have some cacti. And there's a little pine tree. And I also have a Ming Aurelia tree, which is doing very well right now. Over here in these similar looking pots, we have similar looking plants. They are succulents from South Africa, known as Haworthia plants. Basically what they're known for are like their windows. Sometimes they're called window plants because the tips of their leaves are sort of translucent or transparent, and you can see into them, and that's how they filter their light. Here we have the Haworthia retusa. It's got really big fat leaves, and my camera can't seem to get a good picture of anything here. This is my Fort Brown. Let's see, Haworthia sylviformis or something. I can't really pronounce it. This one, like the retusa, they both have not flowered yet. It's early spring. This one has been trying to flower for a while, but it never got through. But here, as you can see, some stalks sticking out of other ones. This is one of my favorite ones. This is the Haworthia cooperi. If you can kind of see, the light can go straight through the tips of the leaves. They're like little windows. And it's flowering. It's got a couple white flowers on both stalks. Here's an orphan I saved from it. Also flowering is the Haworthia turgata. You can't really see probably, but the tips of the leaves have sort of spots and stripes. It's very, very pretty. It is also flowering. They haven't opened just yet. The first ones to flower were my Haworthia cuspidatas. They were supposed to be miniature. These are just as big as the other ones. Here's the other one. These ones flowered immediately. These stalks are very long. This one actually had 2 stalks. This one is a beautiful rosette. This one just beginning to flower, the tiny stalk right there, is the Haworthia lepida. It's not as pretty as some of the other ones, but it is a Haworthia nonetheless. Here is the Haworthia mutica. It's my favorite. I haven't seen any flowering action on it. This is my big clump. But I also have 3 smaller clumps from Home Depot, and they also haven't flowered. As you can tell, this one has really grown tall. This one has started to grow tall. And this one has remained tightly packed. And it looks like in the center there's supposed to be a flower coming, but it's looked like that for a while. See, another Haworthia tortusa tortella. It's the dark one there. And then over here we have a miniature ponytail palm that I'm trying to grow. Have another one. Here's an agave plant. Here's some Burrow's tails. This one is from the other plant that's dying, and I tried to save some. That one, it's dying. But these are some new babies from a different specimen. I got these online, and they are just vigorously growing. They're doing really great. I have Aloe variegata, 2 of them. This is my IKEA ponytail palm. I suspect in a couple years my smaller ones hopefully will look like that. And here's another ponytail palm baby I saved. Just repotted it. Here's a couple other ones that are really leaning to the side. Here's some orphans from the Haworthias. And these are some orphans from the other succulents I haven't talked about. This is my community pot. There are all different kinds of succulents in here. This one's cool. This one's Sedum winkery. I got it online. These roses, they just grow really fast on, I guess, what they call runners. They just keep piling on each other, and it's cool because the leaves are sticky. This is an unknown one from Home Depot. This one's another sedum, like the winkery. It's called Sedum clavatum or something like that. It mounds on itself and grows. Like in there, there's a tiny little one pushing its way out. There's another one. And it's interesting because it kills itself to make room for new life. Like if you see this really yellow leaf here, that one's going to fall off soon to make room for what else is growing. This one is cool. Didn't always look like this. This one is a Chirivia Dondo. Probably said that very wrong. It used to just be very flat, but it has kind of grown upwards. And it's very powder blue on the new growth part. Kind of like this one. This one's very powder blue. Let's see. This is a cactus my grandma gave me. Now this is the old burrow's tail, but I'm focusing on the really green parts, this new growth. In the spring it's actually grown a little bit. And up higher you can barely see little tiny growth. And that is pretty much my little indoor garden.